obviously it's a celebration of 40 years in the biz, which, I mean, it must be great to even be able to call your tour that for a start.
It's a kind of celebration of the last year's album, the Pictures album, which is still on. Did so well. The tour, they tend to stretch them somewhat. And these days, most tours have to have a name on them. When we were younger, before rocking all over the world, you just status quo on tour, whomever on tour.
Yeah.
Now you've got to sort of crowbar some name into it, or I find all that very odd and very difficult. But we just like touring.
To name the tour.
Yeah, what should we call
another
it?
Tour.
Well,
I think that's what
yet
we should
another
call
tour,
the
is that
next
what
one.
What's that
Yet
comedian
another
done?
tour,
What's he
another
done?
tour.
Kay. What's he? Peter Kay.
Yeah.
He said he did the thing, the tour that doesn't tour, and now he's going to tour it, so it's the tour that doesn't tour.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best tours I've ever heard in my life. The tour that doesn't tour.
It's been quite career spanning sort of track listings. Was that the idea from the start?
It's around put around the 40 years of hits and 40 years of being together. And I mean, obviously, you know, we've reworked Matchstick Men. We spent a long time, didn't we, getting it right and raising it from the ashes, as it were, you know. And it's worked now at last for the first time in 40 years, really.
Yeah,
it's worked properly. And as Francis just said, I mean, Ice in the Sun is such a great little song, you know. And when we were first doing it, I thought it's a bit soppy, you know, but doing it now, it's just so lovely. It's a cute little song.
And not only that,
Everyone loves it.
It's who we are and who we were, and you know, it's part of us. It's part of our history. And there are periods in our time over the years, I think, where we suddenly go, "Oh no, we want to ignore that for a bit." And I think all bands do that, but we've been doing that. And
You're thinking of a particular period.
You brought me old million.
we're all going now.
Is that quite refreshing to sort of come back to that kind of thing and have a new sense of vim for stuff that you've done in the past? To be able to come back at it like that is quite unusual, because some people do get kind of sick of some stuff, but you've done it in a different kind of style.
Old, yeah, we very rarely visit that sort of era. That's the two we do from that era.
Because I mean, we would class as kind of psychedelic then, I guess. You know, Matchstick Men and Ice in the Sun, and it was a totally different era. And for us to have been right through the ripped jeans and the long hair and the no shaving, and sort of come sort of halfway house now, as it were. You know, the hair's not exactly long.
Can we change the subject?
And the jeans aren't ripped anymore. But it's great, you know, as we said, it's part of us. It's what we did, you know.
If you want to, turn me on to. Now anything you really want to.
Guys, thanks so much for chatting to me, but it would be completely remiss of me not to mention a certain Christmas single. Now I'm looking at you here, Rick. Was this something you've been working with Rolf Harris? I've heard a special little number here. Can you tell me how that came about?
Well,
it's Christmas in the Sun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Christmas in the Sun. We had a Christmas single out last year, and Rolf came to me and said, "I've written this song. I'd like to have a go at it with you, mate." That's kind of how he talks. Bless his heart. And I said, "Well, I can't really do anything because I'm tied up with the Quo one, because that was last year." So over the year, here and there, we've worked on it and put it together for him and rearranged it, and we've gone and done a lot of work in Germany with a mate of mine who I write with, and Rolf came out to Germany and did the vocals and everything, and we've got it as near to something, you know, that's kind of rocking type Quo.
Am I right in saying that it's inspired by the sun and sea and golden beauty and sands of Christmas? Are you just rubbing it in?
It's the story of what he remembers about Christmas as a boy in Australia, and some of his memories, and it's really quite touching when you hear him talk about it. And for me, you know, it's a bit of fun. It's great to work with the Rolf Harris, you know, the Rolf Harris. I mean, it's fantastic, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And you know, don't take it too seriously. Have a laugh with it. You know, that's what it's all about.